3, 2, 1. Legend post-trail hike, take 3. Hello, my name is Jim Hagan. I just completed the Pacific Crest Trail, known as the Legend. It was a 180-day hike. I completed about 30 days ago. Today I'm here at the Mount San Jacinto Wilderness with some other veteran hikers, and we're going to talk a little bit about it. I've got a group here right off the bat. Is there any quick questions that the audience would like to ask me?
Yes. After hiking the Pacific Crest Trail, do you think age makes a difference for success rate?
Now that's an interesting question from a nice young lady in the audience, and her question is, does age reflect on your success rate? And I would say that age definitely reflects on your success rate. I completed the trail due to my age with experience and cunningness and good tracking, and I had a budget that was very high. Now younger people who may not have the budget have the body to do it, so they completed it. An old person with no budget almost cannot complete it. A young person with an unlimited budget will complete it with ease. And age does matter because it reflects in both income and physical ability. So hike your own hike. Age does matter, but you're never too old to try. Any other questions from the audience? You, ma'am.
Last year you were a section hiker. This year we're a through hiker. Can you tell us the difference of how it affected your hike?
That is a correct one. Last year I section hiked 200 miles right through the same wilderness so that I could get a little practice. The difference between my section hike and my through hike is that my body continued to tear down progressively every single mile that I went. So when I was closer to the end, my knees were sore. So in a section hike, you see the end, whether it be 5 days or 30 days. So section hikers have an end, and they can work to that end. If their ankles are going bad, they get to the end. If they go better, they can continue on. As a through hiker, you have to fight through the pain every single day. So there is a large difference in physical ability for the section hiker and the through hiker. The mental one is a talk unto itself, which at this point I don't want to address. And that's okay. And question number 2. Any more questions? I'm sorry. In the audience? Over here we have one.
I heard while you were hiking you took a few breaks for family events. Was it hard to come back from those breaks, and did it get harder with each successive break?
The question regarding breaks for family events. I took 5 breaks on the trail. There was a graduation, a 2-week break, and a 3-week break. And not off topic, but I did take breaks. The question is, was it harder or not? I got better at taking my breaks. I was more organized. It was not harder to come back. It was probably the hardest to come back from the longest one. I was actually a little bit out of shape after 10 days. And I did take one unplanned break to go to a funeral, and that was not difficult at all because I wanted to do that. So I would say that they got easier as I got better at taking breaks. Again, experience that I had never been on a long hike and taken breaks before. So I would say it got easier as I went.
Okay, you had a unique supply process during your trail. Could you describe that to us?
The unique supply process was I mailed no boxes to myself. I relied on friends and family and a car that was going along with me, plus or minus a couple hundred miles, and my credit card. So I never had a box of stuff coming that I didn't want. My theory of this was, why would I bring stuff to myself that I might not like? I got tired of beef jerky. If I'd had beef jerky in my box every week, I'd have been miserable. So I would go with mine again, because I had a good budget, I had a good plan and time to think about it, and I didn't want to spend the time getting the boxes ready to go when I'd rather spend that same time physically working out and working in. I was in Central America, so I did not have the luxury of making those boxes last winter. But my supply procedure worked out very good. I was extremely happy. I ate very, very well. I lost 45 pounds at one point, and I put 10 of them back on. And today, I am back up to about 185 pounds of pure muscle. And any more questions from the audience? We've got time for 2 more questions. Go ahead.
If given the opportunity, would you hike it again?
Wow, now that's a tough one for a guy that just got off the trail. Would I hike it again? At my age, I would want to. Would I have to consider it? Yes, because I still have lingering effects of the last hike, so I would be starting with a worse body than I started. I would definitely section hike parts of it again, possibly trying to do the whole thing, but I would not be so committed. I would be willing to alter my plan, where this year was a through hike, start to finish. But that's a very good question. And as I sit here today, the answer is no. You think I'm stupid? But give me another couple weeks when I get the pains out of my body and I'm back out. This is my first day back into the trail for a while, and I'm enjoying it. So I appreciate the question. I would not do it again if I was younger. I would do it every 5 or 6 years. And time for one more question before we got to go.
What life-changing experiences did you have on the trail, if any?
Oh my gosh. Whew, that's a good one too. I was having life-changing experiences before I started. I had an injury. I'd sold my house. I had become single again. I had sold my business. I'd had family emergencies back in Minnesota. I was having life-changing events prior to starting that were everybody's life-changing events. They're typical. But on the trail, I had a chance to spend time with young people. I don't have any kids. I spent a lot of time with 20 to 25-year-old kids. And two things happened. Number one, I realized there is kids in this world that will make a difference. So my attitude towards the future generation was improving. But at the same time, I realized it was less than 0.1% of the people out there that were actually doing something to make their life better. And I felt sorry there wasn't enough people out there, but it was very good to be around those people. So from a life-changing event, I do know there is future for our Hoper generations. All those leaders were out on the trail this year. It was awesome. As far as getting time to reflect, yeah, I'm a little more laid back. I'm a little more easy. Material things don't matter so much anymore. I can eat anything except for peppers. And that's pretty much the life-changing events on it. Any other questions from the audience? Okay, thank you again. We are at the Mount San Jacinto Wilderness. We do expect to have a follow-up interview question about 1 year from now to see if there's any other questions that we want to have. Again, thank you. Me, my good friend Oliver, having a cup of coffee, answering a few questions up in the San Jacinto Wilderness. You can visit us at www.traillegend.com with my signature sign-off. Woohoo, baby! Let's go!